One of the most serious risks to an electric vehicle battery is water, specifically salt water. And the reason why salt water is more dangerous to an electric vehicle battery, sure, it can corrode it, but salt water can corrode anything. It can corrode fenders on a car and brakes and shocks, but it happens over time. It takes a long time for rust to happen. The problem with electric vehicle batteries is a battery is a chemical reaction. And in almost every case, the type of batteries, you've heard of lithium ion batteries or nickel cadmium batteries. Batteries are a chemical reaction that has to do with a salt. It's a polar molecule that creates a chemical reaction that creates electricity. It generates electricity. In fact, you can create a simple battery with salt water and two metal rods. And salt that intrudes into a battery for an electric vehicle can imbalance the chemicals in that battery and basically just make it completely inert. It can ruin the battery very, very quickly. It doesn't take years to rust like it does a fender. It can happen very quickly. Now, batteries are usually sealed pretty good from water, but if there's any kind of impact, if there's a leak in the gasket, leak in the seal, or if there's additional pressure, when a vehicle's flooded, the water comes up, and instead of just having water that is applied on the outside, on the surface, splashed onto the battery, now you have it flowing underneath it where it's creating a subtle pressure, and that pressure can allow it to infiltrate the battery. Pressure can even happen from driving through a puddle where you have a splash that hits right on the seam of that battery very strongly. So you will be back in your video in just a few seconds. In the meantime, remember that actualhuman.com offers you live one-on-one private video consultation with an expert in this exact subject. We want to listen to your story. We want to hear your questions. We want to give you expert advisement of your options and tell you what we know about your particular situation. Now back to your video. Salt water can really wreak havoc on batteries, which is why many electric vehicles that are in coastal areas are impacted. But you got to remember, even in northern areas, they put salt on the roads in the winter. So let's say you're driving on the road and they put salt on it and there's a big pile of slush and you hit that slush puddle and the slush splashes against the edge of your battery where there's a gap. That salt can get in there, and once it gets in, it spreads very quickly. It only takes a little bit to really ruin that battery. So any electric vehicle battery that you're considering purchasing in the used market, you want to get tested, you can click the link below for some options on that, because salt can very quickly ruin a battery, make it worth zero, and batteries cost tens of thousands to replace. It's not like a car battery you buy at the auto shop for $100. This is a tens of $1,000 type item. The other part of salt is that even standing water that's not on the coast, that doesn't have salt in it, has some versions of salt. It has polar molecules that have been dissolved in it. It may be from the soil, it may be from the road, but there's materials that are dissolved in water. Many of them are a form of salt. It may not be sodium chloride, typical salt, but it may be other types of polar molecules that can do the same thing. That can ruin the electrical integrity of that battery. So make sure you get your batteries tested out. Make sure the life and the charging and the remaining history of that battery is very carefully evaluated before you put good money into a vehicle, because you're really buying a battery with 4 wheels attached to it, not buying a car. Thank you for watching another video at actualhuman.com and describe.tv. Remember, if you have questions or comments about our videos, put them in the link below. Also, remember that you have availability and access to live one-on-one question and answer consultation with a licensed expert in a number of fields: investigations, insurance, surety bonds, civil court mediation, even things like real estate records research, real estate brokers, real estate mortgage lenders. In addition, you're going to find that experts are available in business segments, business development, marketing, advertising, certified licensed experts. So if you do find this content valuable and you want to delve more deeply into a subject, you can't ask YouTube a question, right? But if you want to talk to somebody live, an actual human, use the link below. Thanks for watching.